In the headlines, State and Vice Chairman Dương Tấn Hiển led the delegation to visit heroic Vietnamese mothers in Ninh Kiều Upper District to carry out the moral code of think and absorb when drinking water. The online meeting with the city's digital transformation state board. Leader of Cần Thơ City received and worked with Kwon Jie Hyen, Chairman of Korea Vietnam Economic Assistance Committee. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. Carrying out the moral code of think and absorb when drinking water on February 21st afternoon, State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dương Tấn Hiển led the delegation to visit heroic Vietnamese mothers in Ninh Kiều Urban District. Accompanying the delegation were representatives of Cần Thơ City's Labor and Wellness and Social Affairs Department and relevant units of Ninh Kiều Urban District. State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee visited heroic Vietnamese mother Lê Thị Bình, born in 1941 and residing in An Phú Ward. Two children of Mrs. Bình are war martyrs. Heroic Vietnamese mother Phan Thị Hai, born in 1925, resided in An Nghiệp Ward, whose two children are war martyrs, and heroic Vietnamese mother Đặng Thị Gương, born in 1935, residing in An Hòa Ward, whose two children are also war martyrs. At houses of the heroic Vietnamese mothers, State and Vice Chairman Dương Tấn Hiển expressed the gratitude, noble sacrifice, and dedication of the families to the revolutionary cause in wars to protect the fatherland. He also presented gifts of regards and best wishes to the mothers and their families, hoping that they would be a bright example in mobilizing people to well-observed guidelines, policies, and laws of the party and the state. On February 21st, Cần Thơ City's Information and Communication Department convened the online meeting with the city's Digital Transformation Steering Board. Coming to attend and deliver guidance at the meeting were State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dương Tấn Hiển. In 2021, Cần Thơ City's digital transformation recorded some active results. Specifically, the city completed the data transmission network, which has been publicized to 100% of communes, wards, towns, party offices, social-political organizations of the city, with the broadband of 100 megabits per second that ensures safety and security. The city's public security has connected with the National Public Service portal and publicized the citizen co-created public service apps on mobile equipment. Cần Thơ City has also inaugurated the Smart Urban Management Center and tested 8 smart urban services. Around 34 businesses operating in the digital technology area have been established, bringing the total digital technology businesses in Cần Thơ City to 628. The total domestic revenue of the sector increased and stood at around 4,785 billion Vietnam dong. Export revenue maintained its increased level at more than 418 billion Vietnam dong. In a complicated background of the COVID-19 epidemic, Cần Thơ City has actively publicized management systems such as electronic medical declaration basis and management of information of entrance of public places by QR code, the COVID-19 vaccination basis, Cần Thơ City's map system, and so on. On February 21st afternoon, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Hồng received and worked with Kwon Jie Hyen, Chairman of Korea Vietnam Economic Assistance Committee, at the hall of Cần Thơ City People's Committee. Also present at the working session were representatives of related departments and companies of two sides of Cần Thơ and Korea. In the working session, Korea and Cần Thơ informed of their own areas and strengths. Specifically, Korea has the strength on information technology, export and investment support services, counter-tourism, supply of vocational training certificates, cultural, multicultural exchanges, community activities, particularly the program of offering support for children with cleft palate in Vietnam, implemented in the last 6 years. In the meantime, Cần Thơ is located in the center of Mekong Delta region with the advantages on agriculture, production, drugs, trade, and tourism. Cần Thơ hopes Korean side to create conditions for Cần Thơ businesses to export agro products, seafood, and garments to Korea and to invest in trade centers, hotels, logistics in Cần Thơ. Vice Chairman Nguyễn Văn Hồng said the cultural similarity between Korea and Vietnam, including Cần Thơ, He hoped that in the time to come, the two sides and Cần Thơ career businesses would successfully promote trade. He extended health regards to the chairman and members of the Career Vietnam Economic Assistance Committee. On this occasion, Cần Thơ City's People's Committee and the Career Vietnam Economic Assistance Committee presented souvenirs to each other with the hope of further cementing the friendship and solidarity between the two countries in general and Korea and Cần Thơ in particular. Cần Thơ City People's Committee just proposed the Planning and Investment Ministry consider and supplement Central Budgetary Plan in 2022. According to Cần Thơ City People's Committee, after checking over procedures and disbursement ability of capital plan in 2022 from the central budget, the total central budgetary plan allocated for Cần Thơ City in 2022 is more than 2,723 billion Vietnam dong under the governmental decision number 2048 QDTTG dated December 6, 2021, including the domestic capital of more than 1,157 billion Vietnam dong. After checking and evaluating the ability of implementation in 2022, Cần Thơ City People's Committee proposed supplementing 300 billion Vietnam dong to compensate and start construction of 3 new projects in 2022. They include the project of building and upgrading, expanding the Provincial Road 917, the project of building the Provincial Road 918, and the Provincial Road 921. These projects are in the phases of inventorying, measuring, and designing, which are expected to be completed in the second quarter of 2022. According to Cần Thơ City's Education and Training Department, in the first semester of 2021-2022 school year, the whole educational sector well carried out and obtained its major tasks, in which there are the promotion of material-based teaching and learning materials and assurance of quality of education and training. Accordingly, the city's Education and Training Department, in coordination with related units, have submitted 5 projects of building schools, including Lý Tự Trọng Specializing High School, the boarding school for minority students, Tân Lộc and Thới Thuận Junior and Senior Secondary Schools, and the School for Handicapped Children. In 2021, the educational sector gave advice to the City People's Committee to recognize 8 more national standard schools higher than the plan set by the City People's Committee and recognize again 8 standard schools. This brings the total schools getting the national standard in the city until December 31, 2021 to 329 out of 446 schools. The city also upgraded 10 other school projects managed by the City People's Committee at a total cost of 8.5 billion Vietnam dong. On February 21st morning, Cần Thơ University organized the official survey on evaluating curricula beyond the 5 tertiary training programs of the university, including biology pedagogy, literature pedagogy, physics pedagogy, chemistry pedagogy, and mechanical engineering under the technology department. The survey is conducted by the group of experts by the Center for Educational Testing and Quality Assessment under the Union of Vietnamese Universities Colleges from now to February 27, 2022. The group will scrutinize records, discuss, interview groups of related people, collect feedback, supervise material-based and equipment, from then giving proposals for the university to renovate and improve training quality. The survey aims to define the educational standard of curricula, and results of the survey serves as the base for defining educational quality, position, and prestige of training establishments. As reported by Cần Thơ City's Natural Resources and Environment Department to Cần Thơ City People's Committee relating to the compensation, support, and resettlement of lost, hit, and revoked by state projects. In 2021, there were better results than that in the previous year. Accordingly, there are 73 projects, including transitional projects. As statistics, 4,570 floors are affected and revoked under the combined area of roughly 162.59 hectares. After finishing necessary procedures, the city released the decision and spent the compensation of more than 1,700 billion Vietnam dong and approved resettlement for 1,738 cases. Commentators also handed over floors for 1,423 cases under the combined area of 733.24 hectares. The results contributed to the construction of many projects, some of which have been put into use. This contributes to boosting the socio-economic political development, creating an attractive environment for investors inside and outside the city to invest in Cần Thơ. And last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continuous. If you want to watch again in its bulletin, please visit our website, kenthtv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.